Boy, the wider he throws it, the harder it finishes.
I was going to say, that one looked like it was a little bit wider than the previous shot. Now, I don't know if that was his adjustment or if he maybe just lost it and gave it a little more room.
He just gave it that little loft and maybe missed his target more to the right, and it came roaring back.
Boy, it sure did. Really a very talented athlete, Marc McDowell. We already mentioned he was a walk-on football player, a kicker, at the University of Wisconsin. Kicked a couple of 55-yard field goals in practice, scrimmages. 55 yards, that's a long way.
I know. You're saying I can't see that far. I know.
Oh, look at those steely blue eyes.
To take the lead. And he thought it was there, and it went right through the heart of the pins. Left the 10-pin only. I mean, he could have had the 10 with company up there.
Okay, Mike, let me pose a question to you now. He's obviously pretty well lined up on the lane, but you can get a little too juiced up, can't you? Actually throw the ball too well? Maybe hit it too hard?
You can, but I don't know if that's what happened there. As we see the result here, look at how everything breaks out but the 10-pin. To me, it looked like he threw the ball well and delayed that he needs to make an adjustment on the lane. Thing is, it's going to put a little bit of a question mark in his mind because he thought the ball was flush.
Well, you know, the only reason I brought that up is I spoke with Earl Anthony at the Firestone this year, and he said, Denny, when I always needed to throw a strike in a key situation, I would always move a touch to my right with my feet a little bit so that if I hit it that much better because I was excited, I'd still hit the pocket rather than go high.
Devers trying to get back on the strike pattern. One mistake.
Oh, boy.
He almost has to go for this.
He set it short, and he knew it immediately, and
got
you're
no
right.
break. I mean, the difference. McDowell goes through the heart of the pins and leaves only the 10 pin. If he misses it and gets 9 out, he's going to be 4 pins behind. He has to give this a shot and go for it right now.
Well, as accurate as he is, I think he'll give it a heck of a run.
I mean, the proverbial whisker, he just missed that.
It's a nice round of applause, and my goodness, Michael, are we going to see any daylight whatsoever between the ball and the pin?
Look at it. Just, with the dark background, you couldn't see any daylight between it. And the look on his face, he thought he had it. He thought it was going to nick it and make it.
Well, that really changes the entire complexion of the match. We're in the 8th frame.
That just pumped the adrenaline right back in Marc McDowell.
Devers needs to come back quickly here and strike.
A little more loft. No break. Leaves the wall shot 10. And now nothing's going right for Scott Devers. Started with 4 in a row and has not been able to get a strike since. Comes in light here in the 1-2 pocket. The head pin goes to the wall, comes back and gets the 5 and the 6, but misses the 10.
Who was it that coined the phrase that bowling is a game of inches?
All sports are.
Yep. I think it's a game of millimeters now, don't you? Boy, a couple of key shots there, and Scott Devers will have to sit down and just hope and pray that Marc McDowell gives him an opportunity to come back.
Well, he's going to have an opportunity regardless of what McDowell does. McDowell right now going at a 2:19 pace. He can get up a strike twice to put him in the 220 bracket, but Devers is still potential 234. So Devers still has an opportunity.
McDowell with a potential 249.
Correct. Ooh, it almost came out of the channel to get that 10 pin. Cuts it to 4 pins right now. Be interesting if going for that split and missing them both comes back to haunt him. Devers, I mean. Both players on spares if Marc makes this. With 2 frames to go and 4 pins the difference. But he must make the 10 pin. Wipes that thumb hole out again.
Is that because maybe some lane conditioner has slipped into the
perspiration, oil, anything?
You don't want to lose your grip at this stage.
Right. Never a doubt.
Well, these two young professionals have really conducted themselves well here in this title match, haven't they?
Well, it's foundation frame for both players right now. As we see the scoreboard, 158 to 154, both players on spares, and both players' potential is at 230s. McDowell 238, Devers 234. If McDowell does not strike here, Devers can strike out and walk him out. So the pressure just swings back and forth, and that's what match play bowling is all about.
Oh, what a helpless feeling, though.
Well, Scott still has a chance.
Well, I know that, but so not a whole lot you can do. Marc McDowell looking for his first career PBA title. Came awful close last summer in Seattle.
He moved in a little bit. Oh, got the break, tripped that 4 out of there.
Well, is he a man of destiny this evening? Only time will tell as McDowell comes up with a clutch strike in the ninth.
And watch the 2-pin, third from the left. Goes to the sideboard, comes back and gets both the 4 and the 7, and the 10-pin was over there standing up for a second.
Yes.
Scott needs to respond here in the 9th frame. He's got to keep himself in the match. Knocks that 7-pin out of there.
Now just another routine strike.
As we said, all along about the 5th frame, it's going to be which young 25-year-old can perform in the 10th frame.
Well, now actually Devers has an advantage of sorts, doesn't he, Mike? If he would strike a couple of times here and really lay the heavy metal on McDowell in the 10th.
As we've often said before, Dan, it's that player that gets that score in there first sometimes that has the advantage. This is to take the lead. And again, very little time. Most important shot of his bowling career right here. And he can't throw it any better than that. He takes the lead with that one.
Oh, what a brilliant shot on lane 15. These two young professionals really putting on a show.
His follow-through whistled right straight through. Watch the 7-pin. And that 4-pin just nailed it.
Yeah, that was a necktie shot.
There's
there.
his reaction.
Grabbed it, ripped it down. That's as excited as I've seen Scott Devers ever.
Well, that puts him in front by 6. This one puts him in front by 16, and it's almost as important as the last one. That's tremendous. That is absolutely tremendous.
Boy, the 10-pin just got its eyes knocked out there. I mean, unbelievable shot. Just blistered the pocket.
Both of them. He just stuffed right in there solid.
Well, now Marc McDowell realizes, hey, last night I had to strike out to beat Rod Pasteur just to get to the show. I guess we're going to have to do it again to win this evening.
Last night he needed 2 strikes and 8. This time, if Devers strikes here, he's going to need 2 strikes and 7. What a performance. He started with 4 and finished with 4. Took a little siesta in between.
But he regrouped in time to shoot a beautiful 234. And now the ball swings back. And the pressure is on the youngster from Madison, Wisconsin. As Mike and I mentioned last night, McDowell had to come up with a double and an 8 as he was bowling Rod Pasteur, the winner of that match, would make it to the show this evening. Now, he's taken advantage of his opportunity here tonight, but if he doesn't strike here on the first ball, strike on the second one. It's Scott Devers and PBA victory number 1.
Well, you got to take them one at a time. This is the first one. If he doesn't strike here, it's all over.
Really taking his time at this point, wants to make sure that everything is set for this crucial shot.
Right to the heart, Devers has won.
Well, McDowell, as you see him right there with hands over his head, I think he felt like he threw a pretty good shot. The ball hooked a little early on him, and Scott Devers with a big score, 234-208. So 25-year-old Scott Devers of center.